where does true confidence comes from? Now, I have always struggled with confidence from a very young age. I remember I used to get nervous. I used to have panic anxiety attacks because of my low confidence. I mean, it got to a point once where I started looking online to find any resources that could help me out. And it would always be something like, hey, you should fix the way you dress, you should fix your body language, have a nice car and all that. And I do agree that they all these things do enhance your confidence. Definitely 100% on the same page with that. But it was not a strong permanent source of confidence, which is something I've been looking for a very long time. But recently, I've discovered a technique that was used for centuries for having strong confidence. And this technique has boosted my confidence so much more that now I can be alone and walk into a room filled with strangers completely, and I still would not get nervous at all. Now this technique, this approach is breaking down into three steps. Number one, recognizing yourself or your nafs. Secondly, having a positive mindset. Last but not least, having tawakkul. Now I'll go step by step by explaining how I used to deal with the issues and how these technique helped me develop confidence. So, recognizing yourself, your nafs. One of the things that I used to struggle with a lot, especially coming out of COVID and coming out of lockdown and quarantine, I became a low key of an introvert. Um, Used to spend a lot of time indoor. Became a little socially awkward person, and I wasn't like that before COVID though. And Alhamdulillah, not like that anymore. I would say that one of the things that I used to do was that every time I'm meeting a new person, whether it be at a party, at a social event, I would automatically subconsciously put myself down in my head, making the other person look better than me. Now, it is true that that person might be better than me at certain things, but that doesn't mean that I hold no value, I hold no worth. The key to getting respect from other people is for you to respect yourself first. That's what I that's what I needed to improve on. I was lucky enough to catch that I was subconsciously putting myself down before anything ever happened. I will meet a new person automatically. Oh my God, this conversation is gonna be boring. I don't know what to say. All that kind of stuff will run through my head. Truth is, the other person doesn't even know what to say. Just get to know. Start a conversation. Common questions. Where you from? What do you do? What college you go to? All that kind of stuff. Now, what helped me recognize myself and my nafs was that I reflected upon my life, upon my upbringing and what I went through as a kid, and all the challenges and trials and tribulations that I went through, the tests that I went through, the risk that I took to overcome all those challenges made me stronger and much better person than I am today. These challenges, these trials, and how I overcame these trials and challenges made it easier for me to reflect upon myself and respect myself because I've achieved something in life. I have a certain lifestyle, and I'm thankful to Allah for everything. Now, what recognizing myself, recognizing my nafs, what it did for me was that it laid out a even floor. That hey, I might not know the other person, the person might be better than me at certain things, But that doesn't mean that I'm completely loser. I am someone, and there are some things that I might be better at compared to that other person. Basically, what recognizing myself and my nafs did for me was to not downplay myself anymore. And I was lucky enough to catch myself doing that subconsciously. And if you're someone that's doing that, you have to start recognizing yourself and recognizing all the challenges and risks that you've run through, you've taken in life. Could be anything. Could be playing a video game and you basically won a video game against your brother or a friend that was really good at that video game. Could be playing a sports and you won the championship or something. Could be anything. You got a job at a place where nobody ever thought you would work at, but here you are. You're making so much money that anyone ever thought you would before. There you go. You achieve something, and that should help you recognize yourself. Be thankful to Allah and recognize yourself that you've achieved something in this life by doing the hard work you needed to do. Having a positive mindset is a superpower in today's world. I would say that a lot of people nowadays don't even know that, but they have negative mindset. They're surrounded by negative thoughts. They will see something, they will be in a certain situation, and negative thoughts would be everything that will be flowing through their head, which is not good for their mental health, physical health, emotional health. Overall, it would decrease your quality of life. And I used to struggle with it too. I come from a Desi family. If you're Desi, you know how people can get, how mean relatives and cousins could be. I've been through that. So I recognized that problem. And for a long time, I struggled with it. I would be in a situation and automatically I would assume the worst. That should not be the case. You didn't even give life a chance. You didn't even give it a chance for the situation to unfold in your favor. So what I started doing was that I started visualizing. I started forcing myself to visualize a positive outcome of that situation. For example, I can be in a job interview, and I could be going for a job interview, and automatically, I could get nervous, anxious. That's normal. That's normal human behavior. That's normal human emotions. But it can force me to get nervous and have anxiety. Or I could be in the back of my head, I could visualize a positive outcome of that situation. Like, for example, that I'm about to go meet a group of people that don't know me and I don't know them. This is a good chance for them to get to know me and for me to get to know them. We'll have a good conversation. And if this job is in my nasib, there's nothing in this world that will stop me from getting this job. And if this job isn't in my nasib, then there's nothing in this world that can help me to get this job. What is in my power is to do my absolute best in this interview, be confident, get to know the interviewees, present the best version of myself, and the rest is upon Allah. I mean, if you look at it, everything is in control of Allah, but you still have to do your part, which is being confident, taking the first step, and presenting the best version of yourself. And the visualization part comes into play here. You have to force yourself to visualize the positive outcome. At first, people will get nervous and have negative thoughts, but you have to force positive thoughts and positive visualization. Why am I getting nervous? Why am I getting anxiety? I shouldn't be nervous. I shouldn't be anxious. What if they like me? What if I like them? What if we find something common to talk about? What if I do get hired? What if they become my peers and my colleagues in the future? Do you see how that would change the whole perspective in that situation you will be in? It would change your whole perspective. It would change the way you feel in that situation. And it would, if you start implementing this positive mindset in every situation you're in, and I think you should. Everyone should have a positive mindset from day to day in their normal day-to-day life. It not only improves your mental health, it improves your social health and your emotional health. By social health, I mean your social skills and all that. Even Islam promotes you to have positive mindset. Even Islam promotes you to smile and do all that kind of stuff. It's a sunnah to smile. It's just, you gotta have positive mindset, all of that. So even your religion is, if you're a Muslim, even your religion is promoting you to have that positive mindset, because it allows you to be cool, calm, and collected. Even, sorry, I just got a notification on my phone that interrupted the video. As I was saying, even your religion, if you're a Muslim, even Islam promotes you to have a positive mindset. Even Islam promotes you to have a positive body language, smiling, and all that. What it does is, when you have a positive mindset and all that, you are cool, calm, and collected, even in serious, intense situations. Now, moving on to the third step, last but not least, having strong tawakkul in Allah. Having strong tawakkul in Allah, this is a broad topic, and I can make like videos and after videos, series after series on this topic. The truth is, it's something that almost everyone struggles with. It's in the Quran that this world is a test. You will be tested in this world with everything that you have, in every shape or way or form. Financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, academically, you will be tested. Okay? And our goal is to be the best servant of Allah, is to have sabr and make dua and have tawakkul and hope for the best. Growing up, I would say, like I said earlier in this video, that surrounded by negative thoughts and negative influence, I wasn't really strong when it comes to having tawakkul. I didn't have really strong tawakkul. But I would say in the recent years, from the way life has turned out, I'm blessed in many ways, alhamdulillah, because all the events that has happened in my life has led me to have strong tawakkul in Allah now. And I should have had this on day one, but alhamdulillah, I believe that I have strong tawakkul now. The way I used to struggle with it was that I would be in any situation, and there are certain things in that situation that are under my control, and there are certain things that are not under my control. And I have made a video on this too. You have to focus on, you can go to my channel, focus on what's in your control, leave the rest upon Allah. Now, what I meant to some of the whole concept, I would say you have to focus on what's in your control. Meaning, I give an example. Let's just say you have an exam coming up. Now, there are certain things that are in your control. You can study for that exam, that's in your control. You can do practice tests and all that for your exam. The day of the examination, you go in the examination hall and you do your best in that exam. Once you've submitted your exam and you walk out of the examination hall, it's not in your control no more. Okay? It's in Allah's control. It was in Allah's control from the get-go. You just have to do your part. Comes the play of your tawakkul. You have to make dua, have strong faith. If you have done your part, then best believe, and now you're having tawakkul on Allah, best believe Allah will never let you down. Never. It's in the Quran how Prophet Musa alayhi salam was being chased by Pharaoh and Pharaoh's army, and he ended up on that sea. And at that point, everyone Bani Israel was like, oh, we are gonna die now. But Prophet Musa alayhi salam had tawakkul, strong tawakkul. His tawakkul, we're talking Prophet Musa here. He did his part by bringing Bani Israel and following the command of Allah, bringing everyone to that end of the river, and Allah split the river for him. Prophet Abraham alayhi salam was being thrown into the fire. he has strong faith in Allah. And Allah did not let him down. He cooled down the fire for him, and Prophet Abraham alayhi salam walked out of that fire, and there was not even a scratch on his body. Once you combine these 3 steps, recognizing your nafs, yourself, by looking through your life and all the risks you've taken, having self-respect for yourself, understanding your worth, having positive mindset, by visualizing positive outcome in your favor, having strong faith in Allah. Hey, these 3 things, you can follow them. And I've been following these 3 things for a while now. And they help me out a lot. Every time I'm in a situation where anyone in my shoes will get nervous, but I happen to be calm, cool, and collected. Why? Because I know who I am. I have positive visualization of how that situation would end up, and I have faith in Allah. So, condense the 3 steps. You have to practice it, okay? You're not gonna just start to have positive mindset in a second. That would be a miracle. But you have to start looking back at your life, start to have some sort of self-worth, recognize who you are. Gotta have positive mindset about everything that you're, if you're going for a job interview, how would that go? If you have an examination, if you have an exam coming up, how would that go? Try to do the best you can on your part. Visualize the best for the next upcoming steps. Have strong faith in Allah, and Allah will take care of it. I will be making another video on positive mindset because I feel like I barely touched on that topic in this video. It is such a broad topic, and it has helped me a lot, so much in my life, that I just wanna talk about it on this channel. So if there's someone watching this, they might gain some value out of that video. And I'm able to share my experience as well. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.